I am so tired of putting myself on the back burner, but on the front line for everyone else. What's up, beauties and gents? Welcome back to Inspirational Sensation, the channel devoted to uplift your mood and keep you inspired on this beautiful journey called life. My name is Lachey, and today's topic is putting yourself first. Okay, I know firsthand what it's like to be so consumed with everything that's going on around us that we forget about ourselves, and whether that be indulging in other people's problems, having a toxic relationship, work problems, and even, kids, okay? You may ask yourself, when do I have time for myself? Or even say to yourself, I need a break. And you're right, you do need a break. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 transitional changes that I found the most important and useful in my self-love journey. Number 1, understanding that self-love does not occur overnight. So self-love is an everlasting journey. We'll be on it for the rest of our lives, right? And we have to realize that self-love is going to allow us to understand how valuable we are. And this is the very, very first step that I took onto my journey, and I said, you know what? I know this is not going to be overnight. This is going to take some time, but I'm ready to put in the time and effort and commit to myself in order to get where I need to be and to be more confident. With that step, you also need to be able to realize that you are only as valuable as you see yourself to be. Number 2, eliminating negative thoughts and people from your journey. I found this one to be the most difficult initially, but with time and patience, I was able to recognize that if I eliminated those from my journey, that I would have clarity and a peace of mind. And when you're on this journey, you definitely need clarity and peace of mind, because those are the things that are going to elevate you, right? I was able to recognize that people who were constantly complaining or talking down on other people's lives were a hindrance to my ability to grow. So I had to remove myself from those negative aspects in order to reach where I am now. The negative people or the negative thoughts are coming from the ones you love most. So that could include family members, that could be really close friends, those kinds of things, those kinds of people, and the thoughts that you have in your head, those are the most difficult to get rid of, right? So I found that if you cannot completely rid people from your life, then you have to, take a step back and say, if they're bringing up something negative, you can say, you know what? I really don't want to talk about that right now. Or you could even change the topic to a more lighter subject. And eventually they'll get the point. Don't want to really be involved in so much negative energy around you, right? And you don't have to go into detail as to why you don't want to talk about it. If someone who really loves you understands, they'll say, okay, that's fine. And if not, you know what you got to do. Number 3, investing time with yourself. So this one is my favorite, because investing time with yourself, this is going to be where you really get to know who you are, what you like, what you're really thinking. This is the most important step out of all 5. Whether it's going for a walk or talking to yourself in the mirror, and no, that won't make you seem crazy. You definitely need that alone time. This gives you time to truly reflect on who you are and what you like or you don't like about yourself, and what you can do to make some alterations. So I'll give you guys an example. Before I even begin my self-love journey, I had a big problem with my hair and the texture of it. And I would always wear weaves that were straight. And one day as I was washing my hair, I was just feeling, and I was like, oh my God, like this is really curly, like it's really wavy. And I actually came to find out that I liked my hair. And guys, this was definitely the start of me saying, you know what, I really need to change some ways that I view myself, because when you do that, you're able to understand that you are who you are, and that nothing about you physically, like your hair, your eyes, the things you were born with, you cannot change those things. So you either learn to love and accept them and embrace them and make something positive out of them, rather than talking down on those specific parts of you, or who you are. I typically give myself about 30 minutes to an hour to have some alone time, because we all need that alone time. Also, a cue to this one is being able to give yourself being able to write down what you have learned about yourself, or what you want to learn about yourself. Journaling and writing these things down will allow you to look back and reflect on that and say, wow, I've really come a long way. I really strengthened myself with doing this. Number 4, so creating a routine. So this one may be a little bit more difficult, especially when you have kids. This one helped me get into sync with what I'm doing for my day, and it also helped me to manage my time more efficiently, right? And we sometimes we need to manage our time, right? And we need to have things set up for us, so that way if something changes throughout our self-love journey, we're able to snap back and say, you know what? I know my routine, this small defect or deterioration, that's okay, because we can move forward with it in such a way that we know our routine can fit into whatever changes happen. When I began my self-love journey, I took smaller steps, such as dressing my bed and making sure that the dishes were clean before going to bed. And this got me into a habit to where it's getting done every day, and I feel good when it gets done. So definitely a routine helps you feel better, helps you have a peace of mind. And like I said, we all need a peace of mind, guys. And finally, the big Q is reducing time on social media. I actually did a research paper about the use of social media and how it can affect us. And guys, when I tell you that it does have a huge impact, and especially on women, reducing that time spent on social media can help you in a big way on your self-love journey. Social media can definitely consume your life, especially if you're not using it properly. So I have not had a Facebook in 3 years. I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, and I don't have, what's the other one? Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Anyways, I don't have it, and I feel free. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a story. Whenever I did use the social media, I was very, very consumed in using it. I was always looking at other girls or other women and trying to see, well, how can I get myself to look like that? Or how can I get myself to be like that? Or how can I get my butt shaking skills to match that of what she's got going on? Because she's twerking, okay? But I haven't, and I'm sure if I were to join any of these, I mean, they're probably great for like family, family pictures or something like that. But I'm sure if I were to join, I probably would not have missed a beat. So if you find that you cannot get rid of social media completely, at least try to decrease the time that you spend on it, because spending so much, yeah, it can. And then also your day is going by and you're just looking into everyone else's lives, or you're looking at this picture or this idea, and then pretty soon your brain has lost about 5,000 billion cells. So that was my 5 transitional changes. And as we wrap up this episode, beauties and gents, please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Spend time with your family, do all those things, but remember, you have to put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Because you are important and you are valuable and you are worthy, okay? Do give yourself love and attention and take care of yourself in order for you to flourish. That's all for this episode. If you have any cues that you would like to share, please share them in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so that way you won't miss out and catch some of these inspirational vibes. That's all for today. See you next time on Inspirational Sensation.